The National Party is promising a major rebuild of Hawke's Bay Hospital if elected, with diggers on site by 2025. Judith Collins made the announcement in Hastings this morning. Our deputy political editor, Craig McCulloch, was there.
A second day in the Hawke's Bay for Judith Collins and another announcement.
A great big fat one too. You'll love it. I know you'll really love it.
That's because this announcement was tailor-made for the region. Hawke's Bay Hospital in line for a makeover. The dated facility made headlines over summer due to its lack of air conditioning. Patients were given ice blocks to cope with the sweltering 30-degree heat. The facilities are old, its capacity cramped, and the locals know it.
With our experience overnight, the facilities are good, but I guess they're not up to the expected standard that we thought it would be, especially for our newborn.
It would, yeah, be good if they had an update in there. And Hawke's Bay needs something like this to happen, and yeah, we deserve it anyway.
This hospital is due for a rebuild.
The DHB is planning a massive upgrade, but it is at least a decade away. National wants to fast-track it, with diggers on the ground in 2025. It's promising a full rebuild of the main hospital block and an upgrade of the emergency department. A $500 million promise.
It's a lot of money, but actually now's the time to get the infrastructure built, and that's what we're committing to today.
National would also roll out air conditioning right away at a cost of $7 million. That wouldn't wait for the rebuild, meaning some would go into buildings which would then be demolished several years later.
I just don't want to say to people for the next 4 or 5 years, oh, don't worry, it'll get cooler later on.
The rush of announcing, oh, we're going to start air conditioning the tower block to only then pull it down, I think that showed a rush put through policy.
Anna Hawke is Labour's candidate for the Tuki electorate and sits on the local DHB. She says a rebuild will happen eventually, but there are more important priorities right now.
It is a dinosaur of a building, but I think in looking at the real health needs and getting access to quality healthcare and services, we need faster access to cancer treatment and diagnostics. So that's where we can save lives.
Tuki has always been National Party territory, but the margin has narrowed in recent elections. In 2017, National's Lawrence Yule, the former Hastings mayor, won with a just 2,800 vote lead. And the swing in polling towards Labour across the country means that's likely to get even tighter.
I'm confident. I understand that the polls have changed a bit, but my polling indicates people are sticking with me.
His fate as an MP will depend on it. At number 33 on National's list, he's unlikely to make it back if he doesn't hold on to his seat. From Hastings for Checkpoint, Craig McCulloch.